We are all looking for answers to help us move on in life, to help us grow, to help us get closer to our goals and to have the life we want to have. But maybe it would be a bit more accurate if instead of saying that we're looking for answers, that maybe we're just simply looking for excuses and trying to avoid the truth that deep down we know. And I found that sometimes the truth can be found in the most simple questions. And there is one very question that I asked myself and that I'm going to ask yourself today as well. That is very uncomfortable, yet it's possibly the one question that can change your life forever. This question is simply, what is the very thing that you could start doing or stop doing and that could bring you much closer to your goal, that could bring you the most benefits, or that could actually just change your life? Maybe it's something you need to start doing or to start doing more of, or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's something you need to stop doing, something or someone you might have to remove from your life. And normally, at the very moments where I asked this question, an image have probably flashed in your head, maybe just for over a second. And you've already tried to chase that away, thinking, no, it's not that. Or at least I don't want to look at it. And you will be overthinking and trying to look for other details when deep down you know it was this very thing that was the problem. And it's very uncomfortable because sometimes we know that this very thing we need to do will be hard, will be challenging, will change our comfort zone too much, or will lead to making us feel left out, not understood. Again, all excuses and reasons to avoid doing this very thing. And I know it's uncomfortable, so I want to be transparent with you and share what these answers are for me. Because if it's uncomfortable to admit it to yourself, trust me, it's even more uncomfortable to admit it in front of a camera on YouTube. But for me, I will tell you about two things. One thing I need to do more of, and one thing I need to do less of. The first thing, if you don't know me, I'm a freelance entrepreneur. I do social media content creation and management for local brands. And I've been doing that for 3 years now. And I've been lucky enough to live from this job, work, career, whatever you want to call it, ever since the start. But I've never earned that much money, just enough to get by. And I've been stuck at that level for the last 3 years now. And I've got many dreams. I want to move house, I want to dress differently, I want to go on holidays, I want to do all these things, but I'm limited by one very precise thing. It's just lack of money. And there isn't 1,000 solutions for that in my shoes. If I want more money, I need more clients. And if I want more clients, I need to do more outreaching, cold outreaching, picking up my phone, calling prospects, going into local shops, introducing myself, introducing my services and my offers. And I don't do it, or at least I don't do it enough. And when I mean not enough, it's really, really not enough. And it's a painful truth because I know that it could already be 2 years. If I started doing that properly 2 years ago, I could right now be earning 3 times, 5 times as much as I'm making now. Just because I don't do the very thing that could actually bring the most benefit in my life. Just picking up my phone and calling as many prospects as possible. and it's uncomfortable. It's something a lot of entrepreneurs hate. It's you get rejected, rarely badly, honestly. I've never been like hung up straight away or being told to fuck off or anything. Most of the time they just say, oh no, we're not interested, or oh no, just leave an email and maybe we'll call you back. And usually that's how as bad as it gets, but yet I'm always avoiding it. And I have no excuse. And the more I admit it, the less I'm allowed to complain, because I absolutely know what the answer is. And the second thing I know is completely sabotaging myself. It's spending way too much time on my phone when I'm supposed to be working. I've got days where I'm sat at my desk in front of my computer, and yet I spend more time on my phone screen scrolling on Instagram. Either because I just don't want to get to work and I pick up my phone and start scrolling, or because I need to look at something on my phone for work and I get distracted and then I start scrolling away. Regardless of the issue, I always end up doing that when I could be doing something else, something more productive, finding clients maybe, but also just working for my current clients as well. And that would be me wasting less time on that. That would be me being more efficient in my job, finishing my days earlier because I can just go straight into work and be done as soon as I'm done. And instead I'm diluting my work throughout the day because I'm just scrolling on my phone every 20 to 30 minutes. So think about that. Really ask yourself, what is one thing that I could do more of or do less of that would lead to having the most impact on my current life? Maybe it's doing more cold outreach. Maybe it's exercising more. Maybe it's talking to that very person. And maybe it's stop drinking alcohol, stop smoking weed, break up with that person that you know is not pushing you in the right direction in life, or that doesn't share the same goals. And as long as you carry on to it, you know that you won't be completely free to do exactly what your heart tells you to do and to live the way you want to live. These are tough answers to admit, but once you finally say them out loud or write them on paper, I think it's a great journaling question, you will realize that it's completely in your power and in your control to change your life. And you shouldn't waste any more time looking for excuses and tutorials and self-improvement content that will just give you short-term dopamine and motivation, but that won't treat the issue at its core. And the core issue is the very first thing that flashed into your mind the very moment I asked you this question. And I'll leave you on one last thing. I see a lot of people admitting, or at least realizing, their issues or their flaws or the things they don't do like they should. And sometimes instead of accepting it and working on it, they go the other direction and they just embrace it and almost turn this problem into pride. And they say, oh yeah, but that's how I am. I'm a lazy person, I can't change it. And they even try to turn their problem into something noble. Again, that's you finding excuses, that's you avoiding the problem, that's you trying to not hurt your feelings by realizing that the truth may be painful, but it's what will help you the most in the long run. So don't look at these issues or things you don't do or things you should start doing. Don't look at them and think to yourself, well, that's who I am, that's how it is. I'd rather live with that than pretend to be someone else. Because at the end of the day, you are the person you decide to be. You design the lifestyle that you want to have, and you are in complete power over every single aspect of your life that you can have control over to align it to your dream reality and to finally start living according to your goals and having that dream life of yours that you know you deserve. So take 10 minutes to really sit with this idea, write about it in your journal, and I hope that helps you as much as that has helped me. So thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment, follow me on YouTube and on Instagram. You can reach out, send a DM. I'm always happy to answer. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.